Yeah, we're early.
Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait.
Sonny said to replace the head and she'll reverse it.
Okay, great.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you.
I recognize the God in you.
I feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
Take a look at the person next to you.
Take a look at that person next to
Say,
you.
God loves you and I love you too.
God loves you and I love you too.
Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
We come together.
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 We come together in the name of love.
Every walk of life.
Every walk of life.
Every creed and color.
Every creed and color.
Kinship we unite.
Friendship we unite.
In honor of the God in each other. Take a look at the person next to you.
Take a look at that person next to you.
Say namaste, I bow to you. Now feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together.
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 We come together
in the name of love. We come together.
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 We come together
in the name of love. We come together.
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 We come together
in the name of love. We come together.
We come together.
We come together. We come together.
We come together
in the name of love. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of His love. Oh, I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. Just gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. Spirit loves me.
Spirit loves me.
I know that.
I know that.
Spirit loves me.
Spirit loves me.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Oh, I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. Just gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. When I'm down, I turn to you.
I turn to you.
When I'm down, pull me through. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. Just gonna let Spirit love me now. I'm worthy of this love. I'm worthy of this love. I'm worthy of this, worthy of this love. Give yourself some love. Give yourself. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Yeah, y'all doing all right?
Come on in. Have a good time here this morning. Welcome to Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. Ahava is the Hebrew word for love, and so we all simply come together to know and to affirm that love is indeed the answer. Yes? I am Reverend Sonny Cantrell Smith, your founder and co-spiritual director, along with Reverend Rainbow, who is taking a much-needed day off. So let's all say hi to Reverend Rainbow. Enjoy your day off. Go ahead. Yes. So whoever you are, wherever you are, you guys didn't sound very enthusiastic about that. Like, come on, Reverend Rainbow, have a great time. Yeah, there you go. So whoever you are, wherever you are on your path of discovery, you are absolutely welcome here. If you're joining us via live stream, please say hello in the chat and let us know from where you are tuning in. And make sure that you hit that like button and the subscribe button. We are almost at I think 500 subscribers. So we only need a few more. So please, I encourage you to subscribe and get your friends to subscribe. Also, if you're in the room this morning, we encourage you to take out your phone, let everybody know where you are, check in, share pictures. If you find some inspiration here, go ahead and type it on your phone and Facebook it out or whatever social media you may be on. We are also a conscious community that is committed to curiosity so that we may provide a loving space to be reminded of the truth of who we are. And because of that, we know that we are also a reflection of one another. And so take a moment this morning to find someone, say good morning, and thank them for being a reflection of you. We are also an inclusive community committed to global transformation through personal evolution, and that is our vision. So let's all say that together. Are you ready? All right, here we go. We are an inclusive community committed to global transformation through personal evolution. We also have a purpose here. Anybody know what that is? Wake up, step up, and make a difference. And our affirmation this morning, please repeat after me. I delight in the wonder.
I delight in the wonder
of my body.
And
I treat it kindly. So if you are a first-time guest here this morning, you're joining us for the first time, we especially want to welcome you and know that your presence makes a difference in our community. Your energy that you bring gets all commingled with ours, and we become a changed community simply because you chose to be with us this morning. We're so grateful for that. Now, also, I want to let you know that if you are willing to raise your hand or stand, one of our core council members, well, there she is. There's Vanna back there with the gift that we would like to give you simply for being here this morning. So, do we have any first-time visitors here? All right. Thank you. So we've got 3 altogether. Great. Thank you. All right, super. Wife and daughter in the kids' room. We love that. We have an amazing youth program here, so that is wonderful. And speaking of that, we are so grateful for all of the Save-A volunteers who give every Sunday of their time. And not only this week, but I know that Heather, our youth facilitator, will be here later today to thank everybody for yesterday. I understand it was an amazing day at the fair. Was it the fair that was in Southland yesterday? Yes? Does anybody know? Southland Fair. Thank you for all of those volunteers there yesterday as well. And so let's just acknowledge our volunteers by giving them some love. Yes? We also have some workshops happening this month, and I want to bring Jace up here to talk about Beyond the Binary, an exploration of gender, identity, and expression. You want to use this one right here? All right, so what is, that's today, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be today after service at 12:30 to about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Yeah, so we're going to be exploring, what gender identity is, and that, our understanding of it, is, pretty, it's binary, but, it's actually existed as something beyond that, with third and other genders around the world for hundreds, if not thousands of years before this in other cultures and countries. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about, how to be a good ally. We're going to talk about pronouns. And then if you stick around at the end, you get to make a little pronoun button that you get to take home. So it's free. It's a love donation. Half of the proceeds will go to our queer youth group, Queering Spirituality, and the other half will go to Bluegrass Black Pride. So hope to see you all there.
Yay, thank you. Thank you, Jace. Also, on June the 26th from 12:30 to 2, we're going to have a workshop called Partnering with Your Pain. So that will be after service, and that's facilitated by Dr. Andrea Moore. That also is a love offering, so that's another thing to check out. We also have a Taste of Ahava going on with just great offerings, musical feast. We have sister sleepover at Scalar Waves. We have a Farkle tournament that I'm excited about, okay? I am really excited about this Farkle tournament. And also we have an ordination coming up in July for Reverend Rainbow. Hey, she's finally made it. All right. So check that out as well. What an amazing group of musicians we have here at Ahava. Let's give some love to Joe Cinquina, our music director, Lauren Dechtenberg on keys, John Dittert on drums. Our vocalist today is Margot Buchanan. Jeff Watts making us all sound good. And our practitioner serving today is Reverend Cynthia Cinquina. Yeah, right. This is the time of the morning I invite you all to drop into that heart space. Just drop down into that place of infinite knowingness. That Spirit is right where we are. As the music takes us within and Cynthia does our opening prayer. In perfect love, I live in perfect peace. I leave the past behind. I let go. And I breathe in the light, and I live in the light. The past behind, I let go. I release and I breathe in the light.
breathe in the perfect love, knowing that there is only one power, one presence, and one life, and that life is here right now. That universal mind that is everywhere present. For I know that mind as pure love, as pure peace, as joy, as clarity. For as I know this is the truth of the one, I absolutely know that it is the truth of each person here today and those listening online. For we are that magnificent expression of the one life. And today, I bless this place called Ahava Center for Spiritual Living. I bless each person here today, from our ministers to our amazing musicians, to our core council, our practitioners, to each person here, to our youth, to our volunteers, to the adults, and those listening online and those yet to come. For I know that as we continue to live in awe and wonder and learn to love ourselves even deeper and even more, to let our light shine for this world. For I know that everything is unfolding in that divine, perfect order. For I know this is good and very good, and I allow it to be by saying, and so it is.
And I breathe in the light, and I live in the love of the one. Namaste. Lauren, would you please do our reading this morning?
Yes, this is entitled The Body is Not an Apology by Sonia Renee Taylor. Have you ever spent time with your thoughts? Woo! She writes that. Woo! Just that way. Talk about a scene from some dark, dystopic horror film. Our thoughts are an amalgamation of all matter of input, mixed with just a dash of original content. Often it's a mess in there, a vessel filled with self-loathing and judgment. It's unsurprising that we avoid being present with our thoughts. We think tons of repugnant, petrifying, miserable things about our own bodies and other folks' bodies every single day. It's easy to slip into a pit of shame for having these thoughts, period. Unfortunately, the sense of shame keeps us distant and detached from personal center of governance. It puts us out of operational control. Have you ever felt like you were living your life on autopilot? Somehow you just keep recycling old behaviors and ideas that you know do not serve you, but you can't seem to interrupt them. You are not alone. That sense of autopilot is the result of being disconnected from our thoughts. Without our awareness, thoughts run covert operations all through our lives, assassinating our sense of worth and blowing up our connections with other humans. When we avoid our thoughts, they go rogue. Awareness of our thoughts highlights the how and why of our behaviors. It gives us a fighting chance at transforming how we live in the world.
like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me, and I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, all I ever needed is already there. Closer than the sunlight, nearer than the air. I breathe in, and I am filled with the Spirit. Oh, it is health to my body, it is peace to my mind, it is joy to my soul. I breathe out a simple prayer of thank you, and then my breath becomes a song I have been singing all along, singing everywhere, nearer than the air. I breathe in, and I am filled with the Spirit. To my body, and it is peace to my mind. It is joy, it is joy, it is joy, joy to my soul. I breathe out a simple prayer of thank you, and my breath becomes a song that I've been singing all along, singing everywhere, nearer than the air. It's like the air around me. It's like the sunlight on my face. I feel the love of God surround me. I am touched by amazing grace. And all I ever wanted, and all I ever needed is already there. It's closer than the sunlight, and nearer than the air.
Thank you, Margot. Pretty amazing, huh? I have to share with you that my friend Michael Gott, who wrote that song, wrote it the night before service. He was sitting in his living room and was so overcome with spirit that he just walked to the piano and wrote that song. And that is how it often happens, isn't it? So please take a nice deep breath with me this morning and know that the union of our soul as the divine is right here, right now, knowing that there is a place within us that has never been hurt, harmed, or endangered, that the divine presence that lights up the world has no beginning and has no end, that unique spiritual idea that each and every person is here this morning, that unique spiritual idea in the mind of God, coming forth, blessing the world right here, right now, as that individualized expression. And remember that as you became here on the planet, as you incarnated yourself onto the planet, as God whispered itself as you, the very breath that breathed you and me, all of us, into life, that opening, that awareness, that beauty, that peace, that joy that was already established by our saying yes to being here this morning. You come here this morning not to get anything, but simply release all of the love, all of the beauty, all of the amazing gifts that we already are through that infinite expression of the one life. That boundless, overflowing joy of the universe that we express here at Ahava, being available to that joy right here and right now, without hesitation, without delay. No one can be you but you. No one can be you but you, because you are here to take your place in the world. Whether that's consciously or unconsciously, do not forget that you are one of a kind in that image and in that likeness of spirit. And you are not here, as I said, to get anything, but simply to awaken to the magnificence of who you already are. Letting go of anything that would interfere with that natural state of love, of joy. Letting go of the past. Stop worrying about the future and being fully present in this moment. Perhaps suspending time as we know it and showing up as a prayer that was prayed long before. A prayer that was prayed to your soul to open up and be who you came here to be. Because for some unknown reason, we've all shown up here this morning together to be in this place. And it doesn't matter whether you believe in God or not. Remember that God is just a word, and you attach your own meaning to it. So it doesn't matter, because you matter. And you matter because your soul matters. And you're here to take that place and to step into that power of awareness and of knowing, releasing any preconceived ideas or notions or anticipations of this morning, and just being here with me. Because the thing is, we've all stumbled into an intentional community that knows the truth of who you are, the beautiful expression of the one mind. And you know, our theme this month is the body. And our topic this week is loving this body. And last week, Reverend Rainbow and I both talked about the body, which is one of the things in the world that is completely and intimately ours. Rather than engaging in a spirituality that defines the body or denies the body, we can move closer to an experience of the divine here and now by fully engaging with the body, feeling the energy. Because our bodies are magnificent as well. We talk a lot about the mind and our thoughts and all of that, and it doesn't mean that that's separate from our bodies, but our bodies are also magnificent. And we experience the world not only with our mind, but with our bodies as well. And by loving the body, using it to connect to our minds and hearts and listening to its wisdom, we can actually celebrate its magnificence and awaken to this everyday wonder. We shared last week about how, about this, by looking at how some of us have grown up with social messaging that our bodies are not acceptable for one reason or another. Too fat, too thin, too short, too tall, too brown, too black, too white, too old, too young, too whatever, right? To one thing or another. And we may have an ideal image of how our body should look or operate. And in feeding that image, we tend to tell our body that what it is right now or how it looks right now in this moment isn't acceptable. But by learning to love our bodies as they are, we open to the opportunity, you see, to heal these and other wounds or traumas that hide in our physical selves. If not to heal, certainly to become aware of the hidden beliefs about our bodies that continue to influence how we view ourselves. Because we make decisions and choices in our lives from how we view ourselves and how we think about ourselves. But here's the good news. There is a revolution going on right now. The revolution of radical self-love and body positivity becoming more mainstream. Like Lizzo, Alicia Keys, or the work of Sonia Renee Taylor, including her book, The Body Is Not an Apology, which Lauren read from this morning. So here's the thing. Before you can learn to love your body, you need to relinquish the idea that you wouldn't feel sad or lonely or rejected if you look different. The more you can really internalize this idea, the less attached you will be to meeting certain conventional beauty norms, because you will understand that they will never deliver you what you want. Peace and happiness and love is an inside job. This isn't to say that size discrimination, racism, ageism, ableism aren't real, because unfortunately they are, and these physical factors do affect how people treat us. But bending over backward to meet their impossible ideals will not help anyone feel better about themselves. And I want you to ask yourself this: is your body the problem, or are the ideals the problem? Instead of continuing to try to fit into a system that pits you against your own body, what if we adopted a new way of thinking that designates you and me as valuable exactly the way we are? What if we stopped trying to appease others at our own expense? This is where radical self-love comes into play. And that's mainly what I want to talk about today. Radical self-love, you see, emphasizes the importance of caring for yourself, accepting yourself, and not settling for less than what you deserve. Radical self-love does not mean caring only for yourself. It means you don't judge yourself based on others' ideas of who you should be and what you should look like. And let me just go on record by saying radical self-love is crucial for surviving and thriving in an oppressive society hell-bent on making us feel like we're wrong or not good enough. We are enough. We are enough. But here's the deal. How in the world do we get there? How do we get there? First, consider that the body, or the idea that the body is not separate from our spiritual lives, but it is an amazing and awe-inspiring manifestation of the divine. We have to let go of separation. We are not souls trapped in fleshy boxes which carry our consciousness from room to room, but rather fully integrated organisms who inhabit and contain dynamic living temples. Our bodies exist in all the glorious variety so that one infinite intelligence can express itself in creative and beautiful ways. As we said last week, just like there are a variety of flowers in a field, so there is beautiful magic in our bodies of all kinds. That being said, why do we so often find ourselves saying things like, you are a spiritual being having a human experience? Or, you have a body, but you're not your body. Now, while those aren't entirely incorrect, they suggest a spiritual understanding which denies the worth, value, and spiritual nature of the body. Your body, my body, everybody's body is the temple of the divine, right here and right now, showing up, as I said before, as uniquely as possible so that the one can express its creativity and experience this reality that we have. Since there is no separation, the body is not somehow separate from the divine or from the spiritual. I'll keep saying it over and over and over again. It is simply another glorious aspect of the wholeness of life. We're not going to get closer to spirit by denying the goodness and greatness of a whole aspect of it. So the first step in radical self-love is to stop thinking of our bodies as separate from the divine. It's all one. The second step, I believe, is to stop judging other people's bodies. Come on. You know you do it. For you to learn, and me, of course, too, when I say you, I'm including myself. For you to learn to love your body, you need to stop judging other people based on their bodies. When you criticize another person's body, you send the message both to them and to yourself that bodies are a valid measure of a person's value. Quit it. Quit it right now. You deserve to be loved and accepted in your exact body, and so does everyone else. Another tool in our spiritual toolkit is to reevaluate and cleanse your social media feeds. Those super skinny, shiny, glamorous-looking celebrities and reality TV contestants you follow on Instagram. You know what I'm talking about. You might think that they're harmless, right? They're harmless to scroll by, but research shows us time and time again that exposure to media featuring unrealistic body types is linked to a less healthy body image. If not for yourself, for your kids, for your children. Give them a new message that they are perfect exactly the way they are. Take control of what images and messages you allow into your brain. Another way to experience radical self-love is to get to know your body. You know, one particular powerful way of getting to know your body or being embodied is through doing a mindfulness exercise called a body scan. Anybody here ever done a body scan? Well, let me give you an example. It's where you breathe in and out very slowly. You close your eyes and then focus your attention totally on the top of your head. You can do it right now. Feel the top of your head. What sensations are you feeling up there? Are you worried about how your hair looks? Or are you simply being fully present with the top of your head? Any tension or tingles or pain? And then after a few minutes, move down to your face and do the same thing. You can do this at home. It's very simple. And then to your neck, then to your shoulders, your chest, and so on and so forth, all the way down to your feet. The feet that carry us around most of the time, right? Right now, think about it, where you are, what you're sitting on. Notice how it feels. Is the chair hard or soft or cold or warm? You know, what parts of your body is it connecting with? What are your feet doing right now? Do you have your shoes off or on? What about the inside of your cheek? This is how you tune in to your body. This is how you become aware. And last but not least, do something every day that makes your body feel good. You know, exercise because you want to. Dance like nobody's watching. Dance because it makes you feel good, right? Make it a habit to do something good for your body every day. Maybe that's setting aside a few minutes to just give yourself a hand massage. You ever do that? Where you're sitting there watching TV or, you know, you're in front of your computer. Stop and just give yourself a hand massage. Maybe it's putting the softest, fuzziest pair of socks on to wear around the house, even in the summertime. Maybe it's doing a refreshing face mask for no other reason that it makes you feel good. It's all about training your brain to associate your body with positive feelings. Make it a habit. You know, when you get into the shower, make it a habit to shower your body with love. Give thanks for it. You know, how long do we take a shower? You got plenty of time to thank your body for all the things that it does for you every day. Think about it. How amazing could it be to simply dive into the wonder that is your body and to truly accept and love and sit in awe of everything your body is capable of, instead of using the power of our mind to tell the body it is somehow wrong or rejected in so many ways that we do. The truth is, we all must learn to embrace our bodies for giving us the opportunity to live in a physical world in a holy way. Spirit is as much in the body as it is in the soul. And by honoring and loving our bodies, we can all have a richer experience of the divine. And remember, what you put out is what you receive. What you transmit to the world is what returns to you. Being of loving kindness to everyone you meet, but most of all, being of loving kindness to yourself and your body. So this week, I invite all of us to notice the thoughts we have about our bodies. You know, when you're combing your hair, what are you thinking about your hair? How many people say, I'm just having a bad hair day? You're not having a bad hair day, you have hair. Some people don't. And they wish they did. But hey, they're beautiful the way they are too, right? You can't have a bad hair day. So notice those thoughts that you're having about your body, right? You can ask yourself this: is this a friendly relationship I have with my body? Am I friends with my body? Are these loving things that I tell myself? Am I remembering how amazing I really, really am? Let's go into prayer. And I breathe in and I'm filled with the Spirit. It is health to my body. Breathing in and breathing out, I'm knowing that right here and right now there is only one power and one presence. I know this power and presence by so many names. I know it as the source, God, Buddha, Moses, Muhammad, Jesus, Shakti, Krishna. But these are all just names. It is simply the source of all things. It is that source that continues to create out of itself every minute, every second of every day, and it is never diminished by its creation. It is the one mind. It is the one infinite intelligence. It is the one. I know this power and presence, the one, as love. I know it as joy and abundance and prosperity. I know it as peace. I know it as eternal, as life eternal, as energy eternal, as grace. All of these things. The truth of the one source of all. It is the invisible made visible. And so it is from that place of knowingness where I lie upon the temple of truth and speak this word for this community and for all of those individuals within the sound of my voice, declaring and knowing that the one source is fully operating right here and right now as each and every individualized life. I know that for those who seek love, or for those who are seeking joy or peace or wholeness, that whatever they are seeking is seeking them. And so I know that all is in perfect divine order, unfolding to support, sustain, and maintain love for anyone within the sound of my voice. I know that right here and right now that every part of our body is simply the love of spirit, the love of the divine. So I know that every cell and tissue and fiber and joint and muscle and organ and vein are working together every day in every way to express, to maintain and sustain this beautiful, amazing wholeness, so that we may all express more love and more joy and more peace and more light into the world. I know that for anyone who may be feeling separate or disconnected, that there is no separation. There is no separation. And so I stand in the gap of that separation, knowing and declaring and standing in the power of oneness, knowing that all unfolds in this beauty of oneness. There's no delay or denial to spirit. And it is available right here and right now. And I use it as it uses me. And how grateful I am to know this truth and to speak this word for this community. For all those present. For all those yet to come. How beautiful and amazing it is to live in a world of light beings who continue to shine so that others may shine their light. And so it is with this grateful heart that I release this word into the perfect universal law, knowing that the law always says yes. It always says yes. It always says yes. Standing in the power of yes, the place of grace. Shalom, hamdalela, she namaste. I leave this prayer knowing it is so, and so it is. Amen.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let it be.
Now, before you sit down, turn to someone and say the following: I love myself just the way I am. All right. This is the time of the morning when we get to give of our tithes, our gifts, our offerings. And there's several ways that you can give, not only in person but online. And you can go to our website and click the Give tab. You can text the word give to 859-209-0996 or mail it in to 168 Burt Road. So I invite you in this moment, if you have a gift, a tithe, or an offering, to take it and hold it to your heart. If you're doing that online, bless your fingers typing it in. But just give it your own personal blessing for just a minute. And we also do this as a community. So please enthusiastically repeat after me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I have.
Blesses and multiplies all that I have.
All that I give
All that I give.
and all that I receive.
And all that I receive.
I joyously contribute
I joyously contribute
to the vision of Ahava,
to the vision of Ahava,
knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
And so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful.
Look at me, I'm my own worst enemy. Beat myself up now every chance I see. Nice to everyone when it comes to me. Cut myself up with brutal honesty. How can you love if you don't love yourself? If you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. How can you love when you don't love yourself? When you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. No. If you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. No. If you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. Look at you, you're as messed up as me. Only difference is I speak honestly. Nice to everyone when it comes to me. It's like you hate yourself. You don't see what I see. How can you love if you don't love yourself? If you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. No. How can you love if you don't love yourself? If you don't love yourself, can't love no one else. No. If you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. If you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. No. Every twist and turn that our life takes, every boat on the sea that the wind breaks, every night is the dawn of a new day. You can't lose if you learn from your mistakes. Every twist and turn that your life takes, every boat on the sea that the waves break, every night is the dawn of a new day. You don't lose if you learn from your mistakes. How can you love if you don't love yourself? You can't love no one else. If you don't love yourself, you can't love no one else. No. How can you love if you don't love yourself? We love you. You're a shining star, wonderful, just the way you are. We celebrate your sacred face. We love you just
Hello, everybody. While we're getting everyone up here, I just want to take this moment. I got permission this time. I just want to take this moment to thank everyone who came out and volunteered yesterday
Yay.
at the Southland Street Festival. We had a really good time. We reached a lot of people and made a lot of great connections. And I could not have done that without all my volunteers. And you guys are really, 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 really awesome. We handed out over 250 things about Ahava. So it's very exciting to see new people and see new kids in our youth program and all of this. So I'm going to pass it to Amy and for her to tell you what we did today. And please stop. and let the kids share.
All right, guys. What is our affirmation for today? I take care of my body. All right, so what's the way you take care of your body? Okay, tell them one way that you take care of your body.
I eat lettuce.
She eats lettuce. Okay. How do you take care of your body?
Math.
Okay.
Taking care of your brain.
And how do you take care of your body?
Frozen. Frozen.
Frozen?
Yeah.
Frozen foods?
Yeah.
So you feed your body, right?
She watches Spirit by watching Frozen.
So how I do it is I drink lots of water.
Drink lots of water.
Lots of water, hydration.
And what did we do for our craft today?
What did we make? Yeah, look. We made little essential oil inhalers so when they're feeling upset or down, they can lift themselves up with their inhalers.
Yay.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much. All right.
Great. We love our kids, yes?
We're going to go have a snack.
Can I have a snack?
Always, Sonny.
Is there cake? So don't forget that our practitioners are available for prayer. There's a prayer box on your way out that door, that way in our community room. If you have something you would like prayed over all week, just fill it out. You can, remember, you don't have to have a problem to get prayer. You can also pray for continued joy or continued peace or a prayer for your body, right? If there's something going on. So don't forget to do that, and one of our practitioners will pray over that all week. Other than that, don't forget the workshop today. It's going to be awesome. You don't want to miss that. And all of the other events that we have going on. Sign up for one of our like Farkle tournaments or something that's happening out there. Sign up for it and have some fun and get to know the Ahava community and all of the people in it. I think that's it. Yes, let's stand and do our benediction and sing out. What do you think? Yeah, all right. So something wonderful is happening to me right now.
Something wonderful is happening to me right now.
It's this thing called life.
It's this thing called life.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my mind.
Life is in my body.
Life is in my body.
And life is in my affairs.
Life is in my affairs.
I accept it.
I accept it.
I am it.
I am it.
And I share it.
And I share it.
Just the way it appears.
Just the way it appears.
And just the way it appears not.
Just the way it appears not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Love, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a
We want to thank everyone for coming out, and thank you to everyone who's watching online. We know you're there. So please have a great week. Join us again next week. And don't forget, you only get one body, so treat it well and do yourself something nice today.